Hello, Bishop Seabury family and friends. I pray this message today finds you well and healthy. If you're keeping track of the news regarding COVID-19, you are very well aware that some parts of the country have started to reopen. Now, how that's unfolding varies and depends on what part of the country you live in. Our church is part of the Anglican Diocese of the Living Word. It's a diocese with parishes all over the country. So we have churches next door in New York, but also Oklahoma, Florida, and Maine. Now, what regathering the church in person will look like will vary depending on where you are at in the country. Whether you're urban or suburban or rural or using a rented facility or you own your own church building. Now, as the state of Connecticut prepares and plans to reopen in phases, we too are preparing and planning for when the time comes, when the time is right, for us to regather for in-person public worship services. How and when we will regather? The answer to this question will be decided based on guidance from state and local officials and public health agencies, consultation with the diocese and our bishop, and recommendations from multiple and trusted church resource organizations. Be assured, all of our decisions will be made prayerfully and with your health and well-being and the health and well-being of all of our parishioners in mind. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 11:14 that where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety. Proverbs 15:22 says, without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed. So, we have formed a health and safety committee involving vestry and non-vestry members to help develop plans and contingencies for our next steps towards regathering when the right time comes. In a few days, we will be sending you a survey asking you questions and how you feel regarding regathering for in-person public worship services. Your feedback is important to us. Please take the time to participate and send it back in. Just recently, your church wardens and I, April and David, we participated in an online seminar called a webinar. It was sponsored by Anglican Compass and the Evergreen Project. Over 400 other clergy and leaders from the Anglican Church in North America participated. One of the key points that one of the main presenters highlighted is that any decision to regather is probably going to be very dynamic, something more like an accordion. In some areas of the country, the church will simply begin to regather. But in other areas, like ours, there will likely be several phases. It'll be more of a process. It may even start up, take a few steps forward, and then maybe a step backwards, and then forward again. So we are preparing. We have been preparing, and when the time comes, what our service looks like, how we'll meet in the new normal, will require adjustments and flexibility. It'll definitely be different. And health and safety will be a big consideration. But I'm confident we will do it well. One thing you can count on is our church will continue to maintain an online worship presence. Be assured, as we get closer and when plans come into place, we will communicate with you. We'll communicate the details and keep you informed. Meanwhile, what can you do? Continue to pray. That's 1 Thessalonians 5:17 tells us, keep on praying. Pray that in the midst of this crisis, God's redemptive purposes will be fulfilled, that it will give way to spiritual renewal and the flourishing of the church, not just for our parish, but the entire body of Christ. I hope all is well with you, and that you are as healthy in body as you are strong in spirit. God bless you.